Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune into all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Championship basketball for you on a Sunday afternoon. It's Catholic Youth Girls Basketball on IndianaSRN. Hello and welcome in to Roncalli High School on the south side of Indianapolis. I'm Nathaniel Finch with Coach Keith Myers for a pair of girls' state championship games this afternoon. The Immaculate Heart of Mary Warriors against Christ the King Tigers. Today's game brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment, a leading equipment dealer since 1955. By Boilermaker Local 374, representing highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. By Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. By Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. It's brought to you by the Morales Group, in business to create a better future for you and your family. By Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partners since 1994. By Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else? A large selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. By Highway Safety Services, providing traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana for the past 60 years. And finally, it's brought to you by the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updates and news from coast to coast. Head to IndianaSRN.org. I'm Nathaniel Finch, Keith Myers, coach. Some exciting basketball all throughout the day today at Roncalli High School.
Future stars of basketball in the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Great organization's been around for a long, long time. I remember playing when I was in 5th and 6th grade in CYO basketball, and this is what we give back as IndianaSRN, and we love these days. And you know, we're into two good games. These are Cadet A games. It should be a very interesting contest.
We start in the National League. Immaculate Heart of Mary, the Warriors, coached by Garrett Licklider and Jay Alley, against Christ the King Tigers. Jennifer Wood-Thompson, the head coach, assisted by Nikki Scott. Now, both these teams filled with 7th and 8th graders, and these girls are going to play, like you said, for Cathedral, for Chittard, for Guerin Catholic, for schools. You will see these girls play basketball in the next year or two in some of these big-time state championship IHSAA games.
Going to be an interesting day. They play 6-minute quarters, typical basketball like Indiana high school basketball. They use a 28-5 ball, which is an interesting concept as well. So these girls have had a flavor, and this game has changed over the years, Nathaniel. Before we got on the air, we saw the 5th and 6th grade, and those kids now can dribble, crossover. It's a lot different game than what it was 4 or 5 years ago.
And we just saw the 5th and 6th graders crowned. We've seen a few teams crowned state champions today, and we have some more throughout the afternoon. So we have this game for you, National League, Cadet A basketball, and then the American League championship next. We got the opening prayer. Let's go to the break and be back in a moment.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Nathaniel Finch and Keith Myers from Roncalli High School. It's 8th grade basketball CYO state championships in the National League. Immaculate Heart of Mary preparing to take on Christ the King. It's the Warriors on the scoreboard as the home team. Christ the King, the Tigers as the road squad. So you see right there, they're announcing the roster of Immaculate Heart of Mary wearing the white. We got black jerseys with yellow numbers and trim for the Tigers. Troy Darengowski running the camera. Ben Wood, our producer, and the coach Keith Myers to my left.
2 different sites as well today. Ritter has the same concept in the lower division, and also I do believe Chittard is hosting a site as well. So 3 locations around the city, all started around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I want to thank Roncalli for letting us get in early. David Lauk got here like at 11 o'clock to get us in to do the production, and we're glad that we're in your living room today.
A big day of basketball across the city and across the state as we're ready to get this one underway. Take a look at the starters. You see the 5 out there right now. For Christ the King, Allison Carroll, Lila Boltink, Maggie Scott, Ruth McHugh, and Denny Stone. As we get ready to tip this one away for Immaculate Heart of Mary, Caroline Bowers out there, the 7th grader. Probably the top scorer on this team, out there with Molly Ryan. Mary Grace Lane. Jumping is Kate Burzai, and she wins the jump. And immediately head over to that side of the floor. It's a quick start.
The action has already started, and it is physical.
Physical, athletic girls out here playing basketball. Gia Licklider is the final starter there for you for Immaculate Heart of Mary, son of the head coach Garrett Licklider. And of course, family of many basketball players and coaches around the state of Indiana. We'll get to that throughout the broadcast. The Warriors on offense. Here's our first 3 ball today, and it bounces out of bounds.
This is, they can press. They don't have to play, zone. They can play man-to-man. I mean, this is typical high school basketball in the lower level.
And again, a lot of these girls in just 6 months are going to be sometimes the stars of these big-time high school programs around Indianapolis. So get used to these names now. You will hear them plenty. Here's the Tigers on offense. Maggie Scott playing the point. Some big numbers here for Christ the King, so don't get that mixed up. We get our first bucket today, Allison Carroll. So your number 43, 44, 55, it doesn't mean they're centers and forwards. Christ the King, everybody is in double digits on their jerseys aside from one player. So we get our first foul today as well.
Usually you get to pick your favorite number or whatever number is left in the closet. I always had to wear the triple zero.
Oh. Was that your shooting percentage as well, Coach?
Exactly. But I guarded the water bottle really well.
Here we go. Here's a 3. Immaculate Heart of Mary quickly launching some of those up. Lane can't connect there. So with a 1-bucket lead, we'll see what the Tigers can do on offense. That shot goes awry from Maggie Scott. The putback is no good as well, and now a scrum for the ball. Here's the fast break and the layup. It's missed, but a foul will send Kate Burzai to the line. A star soccer and basketball player, just like her older sister Olivia, who's the 2-sport star at Chittard. We get our first free throw today.
It's little nerves today. Nice little crowd on hand.
Absolutely. There has been all afternoon here at Roncalli. Plenty to come out and support. As both free throws are unsuccessful. Loose ball will go out of bounds, and it will stay here. Immaculate Heart of Mary with another chance after missing the 2 free throws.
I like the hustle after the missed free throw. Oh, it's open.
Wide open 3 ball, and it's a little too strong. Molly Ryan gave it a go. And now it's Scott again playing the point. Gets a double screen, uses it. Here's on the move, a nice play by Mary Grace Lane. And now she'll run it up the court after picking the pocket of a Warrior. Seeing a lot of threes from Immaculate Heart of Mary, not afraid to shoot from range. Still scoreless are the Warriors. Trying to change that here. The cross key pass. Here's Bauer.
Oh, nice cut.
Yep, tried to feed the cutting lane, and we get a jump ball. Nice hustle. It's something you talked about earlier as Ruth McHugh comes in to force the tie-up. These girls running around, athletic, quick.
Christ the King is big.
Yes. Another 3. Here's another chance at it, and that time it falls. Molly Ryan connects with the bottom of the net. She gets the Warriors on the scoreboard and takes the lead with the shot. Here's a little 8-footer, but that's missed. Good offensive rebound. Poked out of bounds by Lane, who has been everywhere defensively. One of the things that Coach Licklider says, she's a great defender. Do just about everything. Couple substitutions, Sophia Williams and Lucy Hampton in the game for Immaculate Heart of Mary, the first substitutions of the game. Stella Engel in for Christ the King. She has it right now at the top of the key.
Oh, look at that defense.
On the move, here's a fast break. Saving it is Lane, showing off her quickness. Here's the top of the key 3. It's no good. Another offensive rebound. Oh, they'll say it's a jump ball.
I like that no call.
Yep.
She had the ball and then he brought it over her back, but that's a jump ball. Nice job by Nathan Robertson, the official there. These Nathaniels stick together.
I'm Nathaniel Finch with Keith Myers. Our crew, Troy Darengowski and Ben Wood from Roncalli High School. State championship basketball. As this goes out of bounds, it will be Immaculate Heart of Mary's ball. Trying to win the championship in the National League. 7th and 8th graders. And for Immaculate Heart of Mary, heavy lean on the 8th graders.
I like the pressure they put on them all game. Oh, she traveled.
Walking with it is Licklider, so it'll be a turnover. See the Tigers with a chance. Who took the early lead. One shot later, they're down. Re-entering is Ryan and Burzai. A pair of 8th graders for the Warriors. Here come the Tigers wearing those black uniforms. Scott does most of the ball handling. She has it right now. Look at this shot from the inside, and that is Allison Carroll with her second bucket.
She's kept them in the game. She's got the first 4 points of the game.
6-minute quarters. Everything else looks just like a normal IHSAA basketball game.
Oh, nice crossover.
Yeah, how about that? Look at this shot. Banks off, no good. The offensive rebound again, both these teams pretty well off the offensive glass. Another miss, that from Lane. And another offensive rebound, oh, but a travel. Sophia Williams took an extra step. Waiting to enter the game for Christ the King is Julia Kramer. Got a timeout called on the floor. We'll stay here. What are your early impressions of this game now about 5 minutes in?
I think there's a little bit of nerves still going off and on. Immaculate Heart looks like they're looking for more of a three-point shot than the two. Defensively, it looks good. Officiating seems to be very, very good today. And, they're going to let these girls play. and settle it on the court. I kind of like that. I love the atmosphere. Very well lit facility.
Oh, beautiful gym here at Roncalli.
And they just redid their old gymnasium, just put on new gym floor in their old gymnasium. Got to be with David Lauker earlier this morning, walked through the campus.
Nice.
This is a beautiful campus. If you have not visited Roncalli High School, there is all kinds of athletic facilities and lots of classrooms. What a great atmosphere to be here at Roncalli High School today.
After the timeout from Jennifer Wood-Thompson, here come the Tigers of Christ the King. Up by a penny on the scoreboard, and now with the ball. Scott, such a talented ball handler, but it pops out of bounds. It will be Immaculate Heart of Mary basketball.
I don't think that's the way the coach probably drew that up, but dribbled off her foot. Here comes the press.
Both coaches for the Tigers barking out orders. That's Jennifer Wood-Thompson and Nikki Scott. Is this another turnover, stepping out of bounds?
It's rare to find 3 officials calling a CYO game, but this big-time game brings big-time officials.
State championship game. That's why you said the nerves. Maybe
Yep.
a little bit higher than normal. This isn't just an ordinary 8th grade basketball game. Into the game for the first time, that's Julia Kramer. She added a minute ago. Here comes Scott.
Oh, nice. Wide open.
Great feed into the post, but it falls off from Ingle, and here's the putback.
And that's Allison Carroll again.
She has all 3 of Christ the King's buckets. Now with the early lead, the waning moments of the first quarter. Saving that. How about the hustle again for Mary Grace Lane? We've talked about that over and over this first quarter. She has it now.
Down to 15.
Final few seconds of the first quarter, needing a look. Here it comes, and a foul.
Oh, doesn't count.
Foul and 1. My goodness. And just like that, we could tie it up after 6 minutes if she hits the foul shot. That's Kate Burzai with the bullseye. She missed her first 2 foul shots. And unfortunately, the trend continues. We get another jump ball. Just under 2 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Watch for the 3 on the wing.
Molly Ryan buried a 3 from the near corner earlier. It's the only other made bucket aside from the one you just saw. Here's that wing 3 you talked about. So after 6 minutes, it's a lead for Christ the King. When we come back, second quarter action, state championship basketball on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Back at Roncalli High School, Nathaniel Finch, Keith Myers, state championship basketball, 7th and 8th grade girls on the scoreboard early. Christ the King with the lead over Immaculate Heart. A lot of hustle, a lot of running around. We've seen a few jump balls. This is some scrappy basketball. Just 1 point separates these two teams after the opening quarter. I think we're in for a good one, Keith.
Yeah, Christ the King had 3 team fouls in the first quarter. Of course, we reset those, but no fouls called against Immaculate Heart at all. So, interesting. but would you expect a good game? And it's 6-5.
Playing physical, and they're letting them play physical. Something you mentioned a handful of times. Here's a turnover. Here's Gia Licklider handling the ball.
She probably has the same talent that her dad has and her uncles.
And her grandpa had. Great-grandpa was the head coach as well for a handful of years. Very talented basketball family. I mean,
Yes.
her grandpa, Todd Licklider, I'm sure a lot of the audience knows that. Look at this steal, off like a bullet and laying it in. My goodness, Ruth McHugh gets on the board. Todd Licklider, a former coach at Butler, in fact, took the Bulldogs to a pair of Sweet 16 appearances. Also coached at the University of Iowa and then elsewhere in the state, Marion, Evansville, some high schools. Todd coached everywhere. And then his sons, all head coaches at various places, including Garrett Licklider here, Immaculate Heart of Mary. And her uncle, Bronson Licklider, was my high school coach at Western Boone. So Indiana and Licklider
hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Here's a long two, and my goodness. McHugh is heating up.
She's got 4.
I think the Warriors are going to want a bucket here. They need it, and they got it.
A long 2.
Audrey Sedlak into the game for the first time, and she hits that one. Scoring starting to ramp up here at Roncalli High School. Here's a
nice
look for the Tigers. Can't get it to go. Don't know if she expected to be that wide open. How about that shot, though? It's Allison Carroll who has been the star today. She's got 8 points.
My score sheet only lets me get 15. She's halfway there.
Gonna need to get some more paper to keep track of her scoring. Here's another long 2. Both these teams like these 15-footers.
Looks like the rim's opening up for them. It looks like the flow of the game is getting a little bit easier for them.
Quick shots on offense. And each of these possessions only a few seconds. We see another example of that here. This time a foul. So Ruth McHugh to the foul line. McHugh with those 4 early points over the last couple minutes since we switched to the second quarter. She buries the first. It's been back and forth so far. No team going on any substantial runs. I think it's a key factor in why we're going to have a good game today, Keith.
Yeah, you know, the flow of the game, and you spread the floor open and see what you got talent-wise. Nice way to finish there.
Yeah, McHugh buries both of them. And now we get the timeout. We'll step aside from Roncalli High School.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Well, just as we talked about how back and forth this game has been, Christ the King has gone out 8-2 run to start the early remnants of this second quarter. The offense starting to trickle up for the Tigers. How do you think the Warriors of Immaculate Heart of Mary need to respond?
I think all you got to do is just run your offense, run it through, be patient with the basketball, but then I think you got to step in and try to hit the twos and not the threes.
A chance to stop that run. This is Mary Grace Lane, who's having herself a good game on both sides of the floor. Unable to get that one to go. Carroll, the big, with the rebound. She's been everywhere, offensively and defensively.
I like how Mary Grace goes to the basket.
And now she's tightly defending Maggie Scott.
And we're halfway through this quarter.
Flying by. Not a lot of fouls. Physical play, but they're letting him play. Look at this move on the inside. The offensive board. Picking it up was McAllister. And that one banks off McAllister again. Olive McAllister comes into the game for the first time, gets an offensive rebound, make that two of them, and then hits her shot.
Not afraid to put the basket up. Got the rebound, put it right back up. If you're watching at home and you're a young man or young lady watching the game, that's exactly what you want to do. Put the ball on the rim. It's not going to go in if it's in your hand.
Lane had a nice move, but carried with it.
You know, I say that, but I got two guys who always shot the ball. Troy and Ben, they never, ever was afraid to shoot the ball.
And it's Troy Darengowski running the camera. Ben Wood, our producer and director today. Look at this spin move. Carroll can do just about everything. She's going to be a star in high school basketball in the coming years. Fouled after the spin move, so put her at the line for two. All she's done is hit 4 shots so far today.
Yeah, went to church today and probably said a prayer, and it's been answered.
Being answered
right?
so far. The first one short. She gets some encouragement from her fellow Tigers.
We got a cheering group to the left of us, not hoping that she's not making these baskets. Oh.
2 minutes remaining in the half. The Warriors need some buckets. Can they get one here? This is Sedlak with the ball, and she is tied up. Possession arrow favors the Tigers.
If you can play defense like that and force them to start their offense above the 3-second line, I think you're going to be pretty successful all day.
Trying to build on a 10-2 run. This is Scott kicking it out to Stone. McHugh's made a couple buckets, and there's another one. So Carroll has 8, McHugh has 8 points, and then McAllister off the bench with the other bucket. It's been a two-woman show for the most part. Trying to stop the run, and she is fouled. A little too much contact on the drive there. So a great chance to stop the run with the clock stopped at the free throw line, really needing these. Immaculate Heart of Mary. It's Caroline Bauer, the 7th grader.
Yeah, I think it's important that you cut this within double digits here. Got it.
As a 7th grader, one of the better players offensively on this team. Can drive the ball, a good jump shooter.
And the way this shot makes it, you wonder if it would bring rain. Look how high this arch of this shot is. That's amazing to me.
She hits them both. No troubles there to stop a 12-2 run.
Look at her handle the basketball.
Just as you say that, she takes an extra step.
But I like how she just opened up the floor, and they were looking for the inside game. The inside game for Christ the King has definitely been there the whole entire first half.
And Scott, like you mentioned, such a good ball handler, runs the point almost exclusively for this team. And yeah, she's opening quite a bit for the offense. Also a good ball handler is Mary Grace Lane, who has it now. Looking to open up some room for her teammates. Here's the drive and the foul. 52 seconds remain here in this first half. You mentioned the need to keep this within single figures. Missed 3 there. Some shots here would go a long way toward giving you some halftime confidence. But Lane and Burzai can't connect either of them. Here's a shot on the other end. Missed by McAllister. 30 seconds remain, and we get a bump on the move.
You got to walk away from that. You know, you're 75 feet away from the basket. Put your hands up. You run into him. They see the hands up, Nathaniel. Usually officials will let it go, but those hands are down underneath. Created that push. That's her third, and I think that could get them in trouble in the second half.
Scott gets a much-needed break. She's been everywhere today for Christ the King.
That's a good call.
Yep, another foul. Offensively, so called a turnover. And now without their top ball handler, we'll see what Christ the King can do. A lead with just under 30 seconds remaining.
I think you hold this ball for one shot.
McHugh has it, playing the point for now. And we get another offensive foul, trading turnovers in the final moments of the opening half.
And she has 3. So their top guns now have 3 fouls each.
Yeah, that's huge. There's probably one final shot opportunity for Immaculate Heart of Mary. Down on the scoreboard with 5 seconds remaining in the half. Here's a wide open look inside. Bounces off at the buzzer. And our score after the first half, 18-9. That's Christ the King with the lead over Immaculate Heart of Mary. When we come back, we'll give you all the analysis you need to hear from that first half, get you set for half number 2. It's IndianaSRN State Championship Basketball.
Just the family you get from it, all the teammates and all the hard work you get from it.
Getting to compete, we use our talents and be able to play with other people that we don't know.
I love all the friendships that you can make at CYO camp and all the creative activities that we do.
The people, the community that you're playing for, your school, you're not just playing for a team, you're playing for a whole organization of people, so that's pretty cool, I think.
That it's very inclusive and no one's left out and you're able to have fun.
I like the 2 years when I went to the CYO music recital because I won my group. It aided me finding out that I won. I'm like, yay!
Even if we make a mistake, that we all give each other high fives and we say, it's okay, you can do it.
My faith has grown because I can play for people and I can make them happy and they can just enjoy my music that I play.
My faith has grown by knowing not to always get down on myself when I lose because there's always going to be another time. For each sport I play at CYO, we will pray before and after, and we sometimes also pray with other teams.
It gives me a chance to play for God. God's the only one who needs to listen, and your family, nobody else in the room.
St. John Bosco basically is our patron saint. His philosophy is that
If a kid's doing it, we're doing it. We go into their world. One of the reasons I love it is it's all embraced in play. You know, his philosophy came down to 3. It was that you always treat a child kindly, that you always treat a child fairly, and through our actions, we model who God and Jesus were. And I think if we can do that, that's everything.
Faith is such an integral part of the experience. They know they're going to experience God and experience faith in a way that helps them come alive and helps them feel included and excited about being here.
I think the counselors approach our philosophy as everybody can be here, everybody can participate, everybody can be a champ in their own way.
There's no greater friendship than the bond that you'll make while serving others, and I think that's huge here, that we spend so much time serving the kids and really thinking about their needs.
We really consider it our ministry. It is a way of life. It is our way of impacting the world. You know, each camper, each staff member at a time, whatever goodness they receive or lessons they learn here, we're hoping that they're taking those into the world.
IndianaSRN welcomes you to CYO Championships. A little bit about IndianaSRN, Nathaniel, is we've been around for a long, long time. We do high school sports and college sports, and have had this relationship with the CYO now for the last 4 years, and I think it's a great quality message that we can send. And if you're interested in putting some teams on the air, you can contact us at coach@IndianaSRN. Great viewing for the whole entire family.
Coach@IndianaSRN.org.
Yes, sir.
Let's say that again.
Yep.
So anybody reach out to Keith.
And
it's not just high school and college. We call some, as we see here, championship games and the Catholic Youth Organization. Some great high-level basketball going on today. And in this game, Christ the King, it was back and forth throughout the entire first quarter. It was only 6-5 after 6 minutes. But, boy, the Tigers just jumped out to a big lead there, courtesy of a 12-2 run. Coach, what was working for Christ the King that 12-point second quarter?
I think a little bit of it there might be their height and putting the ball up on the rim and then crashing the rebound, offensive rebounds. The thing they have to really be careful about now, though, is foul. You got some of your kids that are in foul trouble, so you got to play. Your third quarter has to be a little loose. But you got a little pad in here, 9 points, hardly is anything. But if you can go up and down the floor because of the shortening of the quarters, if you can keep this between 4 and 5 going into the fourth quarter, I think you feel pretty comfortable.
This is the National League. We have National League and American League games for you today, state championship games. Coach, tell me about what this game, what a win would mean for these 7th and 8th grade girls.
Well, for the 7th graders, you can recruit your 6th grade girls, right? You can say, hey, we won the state championship. Why don't you come with us and help us? If you're an 8th grader, there's some high school coaches that are probably going to either watch this film or are in the stands hiding somewhere.
I saw Bobby Allen of Brebeuf earlier.
Of Garin?
Of Garin, thank you. Yep, of Garin.
To see what's going on. And one thing that I think IndianaSRN has brought to this championship, it is now statewide, and the numbers are incredible of people watching this game because all these girls tonight know where to watch it on the replay. So our numbers will even go upward. And then, if you win this thing, you can show off in the classroom.
Yeah, they get a big trophy. They get to take it to school.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
Big-time basketball. State championship games in the second half underway in just a matter of moments from Roncalli High School. That's next on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort correct food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
State championship basketball from Roncalli High School, 7th and 8th graders. It's CYO Cadet A National League basketball. And after 12 minutes of play, it's a lead for Christ the King, doubling up Immaculate Heart of Mary, Nathaniel Finch with Keith Myers, Troy Darengowski, and Ben Wood, our production team. And Keith, there's still plenty of time for a comeback for Immaculate Heart of Mary, who have the ball now.
I think they need to come up, maybe get a point or two this possession.
Trying for two. It bounces about 30 times. It doesn't go in, but the offensive board.
Oh,
another chance at a three. This could be big.
Oh.
And boy, unfriendly rolls on that side. I think the Warriors want to switch back to their other side that they had in the first half, right?
Oh, there you go.
Jumping into the passing lane. How about Mary Grace Lane? The 7th grade point guard has been doing that all game long. And she's leaving it all out there in what's going to be the last game of her 7th grade season. Nice move to the basket and a foul. Making her earn it at the line. We'll see Maggie Scott from the charity stripe.
I like what Coach put down here for Mary Grace Lane. She goes, primary point guard, excellent defender, very quick and has great hands. She's going to be a pretty good player.
Yes, she will.
Oh, there's a double bounce.
And of course, these girls we're going to see playing big-time basketball in the next couple years around the city. Guerin Catholic, Cathedral. I mean, a lot of these schools in the city where these girls are headed.
You got some of these kids that going to go to Chittard.
Yep.
Maybe you decide to go to Babuff. Yep. I mean, look at the stars that we see now in the ISSA and those schools, and
they came from here.
They came from. This is how they've started out. Man, they just cannot buy a basket.
They've had some good looks, so the offense is running well. Just can't seem to put it through the bottom of the net. Christ the King with a nice cut and a nice left-hander. Lila Boltink gets on the board for the first time today.
And I think that's where their height has really helped them.
Oh, here's another big three.
That ball was deflected.
Yeah, how about the defensive play there from Boltink? And Ryan, who hit a three earlier, she's certainly capable. A lot going on in the paint, and we get a foul. So 2 foul shots for Allison Carroll. Boy, did she have a good first half. 8 points. She had nearly half of her team's points.
She has the same routine every single time she shoots a free throw.
We've seen quite a bit of bounces and rolls this half so far. That's Carroll. She toes the line for a second.
They got her down for 9 unofficially. Is that correct?
That's right. Can't hit double figures yet, but the offense of Christ the King will get a chance here. Or no, they say it did end up going out of bounds. So
they have already scored 5 points this half to open up this lead.
Just 90 seconds. Nice ball movement on offense. It's resulted in open looks. Can it result in a shot made? Here's another bank, and man, another poor roll. Not getting the lucky bounce. Immaculate Heart of Mary now down on the scoreboard.
Look how low she gets down defensively. That's impressive.
She might be the best player on the floor, although the score sheet's not going to reflect that. But she's doing everything else, doing all the dirty work for the Warriors.
The cool thing is the experience that she's getting now.
She's only a 7th grader.
Yeah, exactly.
So imagine the way she can lead this team next year with a year of experience under her belt. And you're going to hear the name Mary Grace Lane in a couple of years playing deep into a state tournament.
And she'll grow 3 or 4 inches. There's a three-pointer.
Molly Ryan needed that one. What a bucket for Immaculate Heart of Mary. She has 2 triples. And now both teams in the house for our next game in the American League. Our Lady of Mount Carmel and St. Barnabas should be another good one. Excited for that. About 10 minutes after this game concludes.
Here comes the defense. Sophie Williams has checked in the ball game for Immaculate Heart of Mary.
After a tight first quarter where Christ the King only led by a point through 6 minutes, they exploded in the second quarter, got out to this big lead. They've had a good start to the third as well. That's how we've got to this score, but there's still plenty of time for the offense right now of Immaculate Heart of Mary to come up with a comeback.
I like this half-court movement as we're halfway through the third quarter. The other thing is Christ the King will let you sit out and dribble all day if you like.
And they do just that till they find a good shot. Their runner unsuccessful from Lane. And the rebound from Boltink. We talked about the size of Christ the King. Getting quite a bit of rebounds.
Oh, nice look. Oh.
Man, Boltink had a good look under the bucket, but it bounces off her hands.
Got to hang on to that basketball. Maybe a bounce pass might have been better there, Nathaniel.
Could have picked it up off the ground and in one continuous movement laid it in. Into the game now comes Stella Engel for the Tigers. Waiting to do so is Caroline Bauer for Immaculate Heart of Mary. She'll watch the Warrior offense with a straightaway three, and Lane buries it. That's her first made bucket today, and another triple. That could be exactly what the doctor ordered, a 6-0 run for the Warriors.
There's the defense.
That's the first time today that Immaculate Heart of Mary has made consecutive buckets.
Oh!
Could that be 3 in a row? Here comes Lane, who just hit the 3. She'll be sent to the line for a pair of foul shots.
Gotta like how she goes to the angle of the basket, draws that foul, puts the ball up on the rim, makes the official make it a 2-shot foul. I love it. You knock these down, you're right back in this thing.
Yeah, sure are. Despite a 17-4 run in that second quarter and now early third for Christ the King, Immaculate Heart of Mary has to feel all right with where they sit right now. 7 straight points. And we said that the entire halftime show, Keith, that there's still plenty of time. You just got to start making some shots and good things will happen.
She's got 5 unofficially this half.
And they all came in the last 60 seconds.
Gotta help, gotta help, gotta help.
A little too much contact as Sophia Williams, the tallest player on the team and probably on the floor, pushes her toward the boundary.
I'd rather, though, you foul there and not give them a basket.
Here's the baseline set. Good defense there. And the defensive rebound for the Warriors. Back on offense. Trailing by just 6. That can be cut in half here. Oh, it's not.
Oh, don't do that.
How about this? Saving it. Keith says, oh, don't do it. And then it works out. As Christ the King gets a nice play from Olive McAllister.
This pace helps Immaculate Heart. Oh, she's going to call travel.
Yep, took an extra step. That is Caroline Bauer. And a timeout called by the Tigers. We'll step aside from Roncalli High School.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass, Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater, up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side, 40, 35, 30, block to the outside, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally, somebody gets on the board.
Coming in hot from Roncalli High School on offense with the lead, Christ the King. It's state championship basketball.
Official got the 4 and they got it in. See, I love that defense, how they slide down there, Nathaniel, to shut off the lane.
And an extra step.
Yep, they got called for the travel. Their defense has picked up a little bit with intensity here.
And you know, when your defense picks up, that typically leads to some more shots. It's hard to defend. It's hard to play offense when your defense is poor.
Well, the basket looks bigger.
Yep. And you get a lot more confidence when you stop one team from scoring and you can take off running. Here's a runner with the left hand. That's Caroline Bauer, her 4th point. Right back into this game. We're going to have a tightly contested 4th quarter state championship basketball. Nice inside feed. And Stella Engel off the bench with her first bucket. That stopped a 10-0 run. Much needed for Christ the King.
The fans are getting a little bit vocal as well.
That's right. 15 seconds remain.
That's great defense.
In the 3rd quarter, here we go. On the move, another look and another foul. Allison Carroll to the line.
Yeah, you like Allison Carroll too. She kept them in the game in the first half. She had 9 in the first half. Checked at 8 in the first half.
She also picked up 3 fouls, though. She had to play a little diminished compared to what she's used to. That one hits every part but the bottom of the net. Her and McHugh both had a great first half, but they both picked up 3 fouls apiece, so they haven't quite been able to be as aggressive as they'd like. Because you pick up one more and you're sitting for 3 or 4 minutes.
Look at this noise here.
This crowd getting into it. She splits the pair.
I got it unofficially for 10.
Five seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Lane loses it, but they keep possession. So here we're going to see just a quick inbounds and a quick shot with 2 seconds. Scoreboard's missing a point up top. So after 3 quarters, it's only a 7-point lead for Christ the King. Can they hang on and win a state title, or will Immaculate Heart of Mary complete the comeback? More next on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Vertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as...
6 minutes until we crown a state champion from Roncalli High School. Christ the King the lead over Immaculate Heart of Mary. CYO National League I beg your pardon, basketball. Getting ready for MLB season, the American League National League. Kind of a similar setup here.
Our baseball season's in 3 more weeks.
There we go. We got some time. National League Basketball state finals here. 7th and 8th grade girls basketball. Christ the King with the lead in the ball.
Now, if I'm coaching Christ the King, I'm holding the ball for 45 seconds before I put this ball up on the rim. And I don't turn it over.
Yeah, they tried to force a quick one there and making a good play on defense of the Warriors. Here's a 3. And a little bit of contact there. Couldn't get a clean shot off. It was tipped.
That's a great call by the official.
There's a lot of shouting going on at Roncalli right now.
That ball was deflected. No one touched it. He could not see the deflection. Asked the referee. Referee came strong with the call.
So a second chance here for the Warriors. The baseline feed needing some help. She gets it. Here's a shot. The 6-footer goes awry.
I tell you what, the defense underneath the board is tough.
And it has been for both squads, really ratcheting up here for a state championship. We'll step aside. 5.5 remaining.
calling officials cheaters or corrupt,
insulting referees,
threatening officials,
berating young umpires, learning the ropes,
violent language in the stands,
screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community.
We're back at Roncalli High School. CYO State Championship basketball. Here are the Tigers of Christ the King on offense with the lead. And Keith, no shot clock. I think with the lead you have now at this stage of the game, you want to just run the clock out, but 2 consecutive turnovers.
Yeah. And maybe this is not what you want to do. Is maybe your kids don't really know how to slow the pace.
Well, certainly ratcheting up the pace will be Immaculate Heart of Mary with the ball now.
There's one of our fans watching the game on his cell phone.
Here's a good look. Oh, and she gets it poked away. It will be a foul as Mary Grace Lane into the lane gets harmed. 2 shots at the line for Mary Grace, the 7th grader who's a star for this team, offensively and defensively. And she can handle the ball about as good as anybody on the floor today. Man, that one was down and popped out. Unlucky rolls we've seen a few times from the Warriors.
That just makes it so tough because you're right there.
Yeah, so demoralizing. Nora Bischoff enters the game for Christ the King. That one is successful. Just a 2-possession game now. Inside, another look. That one pops out. Rebound and the putback, and that one's missed as well. Well, you can't fault Christ the King for that look. 2 good looks underneath the basket, just couldn't get him to go.
I think you pound this inside. See if you can get the bigs in trouble, foul trouble. They both have 3. They stay at 3.
Yeah, they did not foul in that 3rd quarter. This team likes to shoot 3s, but I think you're right. See if you can get it on the inside. That's a missed shot and a foul from behind. Bauer realized she was in poor position and got in trouble, so she threw her hands up, but it was too late.
I like Coach Nikki Scott. She has some enthusiasm on that bench as the assistant. Jennifer Wood-Thompson is the head coach of Christ the King.
And of course, Nikki Scott's daughter has the ball right now. It's Maggie Scott who launches it in. Oh, look at this look off the bench.
Good.
And with the layup, Nora Bischoff comes in for the first time and drops it through. Back to an 8-point lead. Here's an open 3. That one rattles home, my goodness. And that prompts a timeout. How about the shot from Gia Licklider? Her father, the head coach, likes that.
And now it's down by 5.
4 minutes remain. A state champion to be crowned on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
The lead at 5 for Christ the King. The Tigers with the ball on offense, and 4 minutes until we hand a trophy, a state championship trophy. National League Cadet Basketball, 7th and 8th graders. Here's a turnover. What defense from Immaculate Heart of Mary? Can it turn into offense? Bauer gets rid of it. Oh, and another steal on the run. They've been so good in transition. The Tigers get fouled, so a pair of shots at the line for one, Miss Olive McAllister. These girls, both teams play fast. They play physical. It's been a great game. We've been treated with a fantastic state championship game this afternoon. One of 2 games that we'll have, so about 10 minutes after this one.
You know, we say this is future stars, but I'm telling you right now,
current stars, yeah.
They are current stars in their school and this CYO program. This is what makes CYO so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Christ the King with the lead over Immaculate Heart of Mary. Both foul shots missed. Out of bounds, it will be Warrior basketball. After this, we'll have the American League Championship game, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The Raiders taking on St. Barnabas, the Warriors. That is 10 minutes following this contest. The lead still at 5 for Christ the King. We'll see if Immaculate Heart of Mary can make it a one-possession game, losing her ankle for a moment. Oh, she's limping. Mary Grace Lane, she's fine. You can see the way she ran there. Ball's loose, out of bounds. There's a scrum for it.
Whose ball is it? Whose ball is it?
Immaculate Heart of Mary, it looks. No, how about that? They give it to Christ the King. Diving forward on the baseline, and it appeared that the Warrior had her foot in front of her bench, out of bounds when she had possession. Here's a nice little shot from the low post. Now all alone. She does this so well. Mary Grace Lane misses, but the cleanup is good from Caroline Bauer. And the timeout. A one-possession game. Wow.
We're halfway through this quarter.
How about Mary Grace Lane? Did not score in the first half, and she has been the primary form of offense in half number 2. Now we have a one-possession game halfway through this fourth quarter.
I got her at 6 points this quarter, but she has 2 steals, a couple of rebounds, and a couple really crucial plays. The balance of these teams.
Oh, yeah. They've got bigs that can make shots from the posts. We've seen a few three-pointers buried from different parts of the floor. And then obviously you can see there, off and running, Mary Grace Lane. She has been a huge, huge factor for her team, the Warriors of Immaculate Heart of Mary. And now it's crunch time, Keith. 3 minutes remain until we crown a state champion.
Look real close. That's the assistant coach. Someone dyed his hair today.
That is Jay Alley, who's typically the head coach of Immaculate Heart of Mary. Here's his story. It's a good one. Typically the head coach, right? Now he's an assistant because he went on medical leave in January after having lung cancer surgery. You love to see that he's out there battling his cancer. We got to look at his hair there. He's on the bench, as he has been for the last month or so. So he's letting Licklider keep his role of head coach, who stepped in at the beginning of the season. But
talked to him earlier today. Man, what a story. What a great guy. Loves these kids.
Tight defense again, trying to force a turnover. Mary Grace Lane, and there it is. My goodness, the crowd getting into it as well. Immaculate Heart of Mary will not go away.
I tell you what, you see Mary Grace Lane in 2 years. She will be bigger, stronger. She will be a household name. Nice.
Down by as many as 14 in this game.
It's crazy.
And now they have a chance to tie this one up. Oh, but she walks with it. That was Molly Ryan.
And now what happens, Nathaniel, as typical 7th and 8th graders, you got to stay focused and play the whole entire game. You got to stay focused.
24 minutes of basketball for a reason. Off and running. You'd think that the Tigers would want to slow things down a little bit and look for the perfect shot. There's no shot clock, so the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds, they can take as long as they want out of it. Look on the inside, and we get... What a play. Allison Carroll has been a star today, and she gets the and one. A chance to put her team up 6 with 2 minutes and change remaining. My goodness.
12 unofficial points, but I tell you what, they're big.
And her 13th might be the biggest of them all. To make it a 6-point game, and she does. Doesn't even hit the rim.
Now you're fighting the clock and your opponent.
Get the foul here. Just the second one called against Olive McAllister.
Wow, they put the ball underneath the back. This is a break for Macklin Hart here.
Thought it would have been a side out on that far side where the referee is standing. But yeah, they give him a chance here under the bucket. Mary Grace Lane with some contact, and the great foul shooter will be sent to the line for 2.
That's what she's done all game long. We're 2:03 to play. This is the longest 2 minutes and 3 seconds if we're in black.
To crown a state champion. Just 2 bills from now. Here's the first foul shot. She's so good. Mary Grace Lane, the 7th grader, will have a chance to put her team on her back next year as well.
Unofficially 7 points.
I got her for 9.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give her for 9.
So she can hit double figures here if she buries this one. And she does. Did. Still a 2-possession game. And Christ the King trying to keep it that way. Inside of 2 minutes remaining. CYO basketball here, and there's the foul. One more foul away from bonus shots. Trying to hang on. Look at this shot. My goodness. Allison Carroll trying to will the Tigers to a state championship. 15 points. Here's the 3. This one is big. Oh, it misses. How about Allison Carroll with 3 fouls has been absolutely aggressive with 7 points this half.
7 points this half, 8 in the first half.
A defensive breakdown. Here's a runner and a foul. The shot's missed, but 2 from the line, and now 2 from now on because in the bonus, Christ the King with the lead. It's a great place to be if you're a Tiger fan. This is Olive McAllister who's made a nice impact. High arcing foul shot, and she gets the friendly roll.
Now you start feeling it a little bit.
Hits them both. How about those free throws? And it's an 8-point lead with 90 seconds remaining. Immaculate Heart of Mary was down by as many as 14, then they brought it within a possession. And a good timeout called there by Garrett Licklider. 90 seconds remain as Licklider's going to try to draw something up here. And boy, the ball went out of bounds right after he called the timeout, so great timing there.
Stay with us for game number 2 as we have St. Barnabas, the Warriors, taking on Our Lady of Mount Carmel Raiders in an 8th grade championship game. Earlier today, we had 2 5th and 6th grade games as we crowned 2 champions earlier today.
And you mentioned it, there are these state championship games all the way across the county.
Yes.
Cardinal Ritter.
Chittard. Yep. I mean, CYO is so big anymore. And you know, Roncalli's coaching staff here to be our hosts today. I tell you what, they have delicious hot dogs in the concession stand.
Do they?
Maybe in between games you could get you one.
We got 10 minutes between games. I'll have to run down there.
Troy probably buy you one.
Okay. That sounds good.
I doubt it, but.
Troy Darengowski running the camera. He's nodding his head yes. Although I don't think that's in reference to anything we're saying. And then our director and producer, Ben Wood. Nathaniel Finch with Keith Myers from Roncalli High School. State championship basketball. Trying to will her team back in this one, too short. But how about the offensive rebound? Hauling it in is Kate Burzai. Molly Ryan hit a couple threes. Now Caroline Bauer with a nice spin move, and the shot, she gets fouled. So 2 shots from the foul stripe for Bauer. Down by 8. You need these with a minute left.
Yeah, you need to knock these down. And how many timeouts? You have 2 timeouts left.
Hits the first, the head coach of Immaculate Heart of Mary, Garrett Licklider, among the infamous Licklider clan in the Indianapolis area. His father, Todd, the former Butler coach, a pair of Sweet 16 appearances.
No basket. She walked across the line.
A lane violation, so they'll wipe the second free throw, but she hit the first. Another full court pass. This one nearly poked away, but the Tigers hang on to it, and now they will slow things up. Near time to have to foul. Here's Maggie Scott. And we get the timeout called by the head coach of Christ the King at Jennifer Wood Thompson. We'll step aside from Roncalli High School. We're 48 seconds away from crowning a state champion.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's the final timeout called by Christ the King head coach Jennifer Wood Thompson, assisted on the bench by Nikki Scott. Just 50 seconds away from winning a state championship if they can hang on. The strategy is simple. You take as much time off the clock, you pass it around, you hit your foul shots, and you take a trophy to your school tomorrow. Here's a pair of foul shots. So if you are Immaculate Heart of Mary, you hope that these miss and you just quickly go down and score. Whether it's a 2 or a 3, it has to be quick. Leah Boltink misses the first. Ahead by 7. 7th and 8th grade basketball, the CYO state championships. Missing the second, but getting this rebound. And it looks like Carol, we get the made shot. I think Carol just lost one of her lenses. And she's barking, trying to get that figured out, but they'll play on. Here's a shot from the left wing. It's a miss. Like I said, you just need them to be quick shots. Ball goes out of bounds. Christ the King can taste it.
At the conclusion of this game, we'll do trophy presentations in the middle of the court. So you ask them to St. Barnabas and Our Lady of the Mountain.
The timeout called. Boy, Christ the King can see the trophy sitting over on the sideline, and they can taste it. How about the way they've closed this game, Keith?
What is amazing to me is she loses her glasses or a lens off her glasses, still makes the play, went back and got her lens, and coach says, go play defense. She goes down and plays the defense. I mean, this had everything to it. I mean, this is a pretty good start of these kids' career because if you're an 8th grader, your high school career starts in probably 8 to 10 weeks. You know, schools gets out, you're going to start being open gym to whatever high school you decide to go to. You're going to hit the weight room. And we are developing great young ladies to play this sport.
I mean, you're going to hear these names in the next couple of years
playing
in the IHSAA postseason tournament. Chittard, Guerin, Brebeuf. I mean, big-time schools. Cathedral. Big-time schools that these girls all feed into. And like we talked about, there's some coaches from those schools hiding in the stands watching these girls play. Who all do you think has made the biggest impression today? And I'd imagine it's going to start with Allison Carroll at the line.
She's on my list, I tell you. I have it unofficially. We're 16 tonight.
My goodness, she cannot miss.
CYO sports have been around a long time. If you would like to help a non-profit organization, this is a good one to put your money into.
The lead balloons above double figures. 25 seconds remain. Immaculate Heart of Mary, a last-ditch effort. Here's Mary Grace Lane, who's also impressed plenty today. The ball tipped, so the offense can remain on the floor, but it's poked away. Christ the King with the shot. She has fouled Ruth McHugh, who had a big-time impact on the first half, can put this one away at the foul line. Just 11 seconds remain from Roncalli High School before we crown a state champion on this Sunday afternoon. One of two state champions that will be crowned on our air. 10 minutes following this game should be an even better contest between Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the Raiders, and the Warriors of St. Barnabas. Excited to see how that one plays out. A lot of promise.
Nice job by the coach to make sure the kids get in the game.
Yes, Julia Kramer on a knee waiting her chance.
She's biting her tongue to get in the game.
Yes. The shot misses. 12 seconds remain. Here's the right-handed runner. Ball is saved. Here's a bucket for good measure. Rebounding it, running the clock out. Fittingly, Allison Carroll slams the ball to the ground, and the Tigers celebrate. Christ the King, our king right now, winning a state championship in the National League of CYO basketball. Jumped out to a big lead in the second quarter, watched it evaporate within a possession because Immaculate Heart of Mary would not give up, and then Christ the King held on late, made the foul shots, and boy, they get crowned state champions. What a game today, Keith.
Great game, and we got game 2 coming up.
In 10 minutes, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, St. Barnabas. That's next right here on IndianaSRN.
Just the family you get from it, all the teammates and all the hard work you get from it.
Getting to compete, we use our talents and be able to play with other people that we don't know.
I love all the friendships that you can make at CYO camp and all the creative activities that we do.
The people, the community that you're playing for, your school, you're not just playing for a team, you're playing for a whole organization of people, so that's pretty cool, I think.
That it's very inclusive and no one's left out and you're able to have fun.
I like the 2 years when I went to the CYO music recital because I won my group. It and me finding out that I won, I'm like, yay!
Even if we make a mistake, that we all give each other high fives and we say, it's okay, you can do it.
My faith has grown because I can play for people and I can make them happy and they can just enjoy my music that I play.
My faith has grown by knowing not to always get down on myself when I lose, because there's always going to be another time. For each sport I play in CYO, we will pray before and after, and we sometimes also pray with other teams.
It gives me a chance to play for God. God's the only one who needs to listen, and your family, nobody else in the room.
St. John Bosco basically is our patron saint. His philosophy is that if a kid's doing it, we're doing it. We go into their world. One of the reasons I love it is it's all embraced in play. His philosophy came down to 3. It was that you always treat a child kindly, that you always treat a child fairly, and through our actions, we model who God and Jesus were. And I think if we can do that, that's everything.
Faith is such an integral part of the experience. They know they're going to experience God and experience faith in a way that helps them come alive and helps them feel included and excited about being here.
I think the counselors approach our philosophy as everybody can be here, everybody can participate, everybody can be a champ in their own way.
There's no greater friendship than the bond that you'll make while serving others, and I think that's huge here, that we spend so much time serving the kids and really thinking about their needs.
We really consider it our ministry. It is a way of life. It is our way of impacting the world. Each camper, each staff member at a time, whatever goodness they receive or lessons they learn here, we're hoping that they're taking those into the world.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Some more state championship basketball for you on a Sunday afternoon. Catholic youth basketball in IndianaSRN. Welcome in to Roncalli High School, the south side of Indianapolis. This is game 2 this afternoon on our airwaves. I'm Nathaniel Finch with Keith Myers, the coach, and then our crew of Ben Wood and Troy Darengowski. We just crowned Christ the King as National League state champions. Now it's time for the American League game in just a matter of minutes. Should be a great one. It is St. Barnabas, the Warriors, against the Raiders of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and what promises to be an exciting game of basketball. It's been an exciting day so far. High-level 7th and 8th grade basketball. A good chunk of these girls, especially these 8th graders, will play, and you're going to watch their games in the next couple of years. This is at Cathedral, at Brebeuf, at Guerin Catholic, at a lot of these schools in the city. That's where a lot of their talent comes from, is CYO basketball. And right now, it is a chance to win a state championship. Keith, should be an exciting game ahead of us. Our Lady of Mount Carmel and St. Barnabas.
Well, I talked to both coaches. That's why we came up late. Both coaches says the same thing. This could be a 15-13 game because that's how well they play defense. But both teams have averaged 40 points. Their opponents have averaged 12. Tell you that both of these teams have dominated their division.
Yes, and it should make for an exciting game. This is a 9-team tournament. The National League tournament's a little bit bigger, a little bit more teams. This one a little bit smaller, 9 teams, 3 rounds. And it concludes with the state championship being crowned for either St. Barnabas or Our Lady of Mount Carmel as these teams get set and get ready to go. Excited to see how this one plays out.
A lot of leaders on these teams. As you can tell, both of these teams are very well coached, knows how to play the game well, and we're looking forward to underneath a minute. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the tip right after this.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Well, just moments ago, we witnessed a fantastic game between Christ the King and Immaculate Heart of Mary, crowning Christ the King state champions in the National League. 39-28 was that final, and it was a tightly contested game until the end. Nathaniel Finch with Keith Myers. Now this is our second game on IndianaSRN, the American League State Championship. St. Barnabas and Our Lady of Mount Carmel. For the Raiders of Mount Carmel, the Keller sisters, fantastic players, Lauren Keller and Carly Keller. We'll see quite a bit from that 8th and 7th grader, respectively. And then for St. Barnabas, it is a 7th grade laden team, a lot of youth, and obviously a lot of talent to climb the ladder, make it through the tournament here into the state championship game. Should make for a fantastic one as they announce the rosters on the floor. We'll get to the starters here in a matter of moments. St. Barnabas coached by Jim Kezenich, assisted by Joe Ripperger. And then for Mount Carmel, Olivia Harris on the bench leading this squad. Excited to see how this one pans out. If it's anything like the last game, should make for a nice afternoon. 6-minute quarters. 5 fouls to the bonus. Everything looks exactly like an IHSAA game. Just abbreviated quarters is really the only difference. And boy, these girls play hard. They fly around, they get good rebounds, they go after loose balls. This is some high-level basketball. St. Barnabas, the Warriors, tipping off against those dark blue uniforms of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The tip goes to the Raiders. Mount Carmel starts this one off. And that one blocked. How about the size inside from Stella Kezenich, the daughter of the head coach, Jim Kezenich.
That will make a difference tonight.
Yes. How about the size of our previous game? A lot of tall girls for both of these teams, and similarly today we see some tall girls on the floor. Here's a triple right off the bat, and it just barely misses. The starting 5 for St. Barnabas as this one pops out of bounds. And Maya Ripperger, daughter of the assistant head coach, Hannah Riley, Ella Pack, Whitney Horton, and then the daughter of the head coach is Stella Kezenich. Here's the inbound on offense, the Warriors.
I like the wing shot there. Nice.
Looking to create some offense. Thought about the 10-footer, instead get it inside, and with the right-handed layup, that's Stella Kezenich. And St. Barnabas on the scoreboard first. Here's the missed 3-ball from Adele Klein. We'll get you the starters for Our Lady of Mount Carmel in a moment.
Look at the speed of Carmel coming back playing defense. That's great.
So I already told you about the Keller sisters. That's Lauren Keller, the 8th grader, Carly Keller, the 7th grader, starting out there with Emerson French, Cecilia Titus, and Adele Klein. So 4 8th graders, and then the lone 7th grader is the younger Keller sister. St. Barnabas made up almost entirely of 7th grade players. Here's a 3. That one's missed, but a foul. And the ball will be awarded to the Raiders.
Height advantage to the team in the red. Oh.
Handling the ball exceptionally well.
All
coast
the way.
to coast,
how about that?
Putting it in. Emerson French. And she ties us up.
She's been watching a Ben Wood video.
Ben Wood, our producer and director, a fantastic ball player, I'm sure. The coach, Keith Myers, to my left. He's a coach because he couldn't play ball. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
That's okay.
And then
that's very much true.
Our camera operator, Troy Darengowski, his commentary of Mr. Myers rubbing off on myself. Here's a 3 from the corner, and how about that? Cecilia Titus. What a start to this one.
Turnover.
A jump ball, possession arrow, as you pointed out, in favor of St. Barnabas. No lack of hustle at this level of basketball. These girls trying to put on a show so they can earn a spot next year as freshmen on some of the top schools here in central Indiana. I mentioned a handful of them will go to Cathedral, Chittard, Guerin Catholic. I mean, you can name some of the better schools in the area, and that's where these girls are headed. You're going to hear these names for the next few years in the IHSAA state championship tournaments. Here's the CYO state championship tournament in front of us. Here's a 3. Bombs away, but it's missed. Rebounded defensively by the Warriors, and now they're off and running. Halfway through the opening quarter.
I like how both teams have that run the floor. They run the ball, run the floor really, really well. Oh, you're supposed to be here. Good. Nice. Draw through the foul.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, and then, as you pointed out, we'll be given a trip to the line for 2. And we see a timeout called. We'll step aside halfway through the opening quarter at Roncalli High School CYO State Championship basketball.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as...
St. Barnabas struck first. Our Lady of Mount Carmel has responded. And now the Warriors, who got on the board initially, we'll see if they can tally a pair. This is Whitney Horton, who had a beautiful drive and was harmed on her way up. Makes the first. St. Barnabas coached by Jim Kesenich.
Whitney's a 7th grader. I almost said she was a junior 7th grader.
Hits them both. Yeah, a lot of promise for her and for a lot of this St. Barnabas team. Here's a jumper in transition. Cecilia Titus had a 3 earlier. Now she has 5.
Yeah, she has 5 on the night.
A lot of fast-paced action. The ball is loose. Getting it is St. Barnabas. A lot of blue on the inside. That's a tough undertaking for Ella Pack trying to drive in. The 3 no good from Ripperger. And there's the defensive rebound and a foul. Too much contact, fighting for the board.
Now I have a question for you. With the still hitting the backboard, is that considered a shot?
I think that one would.
Okay.
Because it hit the bottom of the rim.
That's right.
Yep.
That's a good call.
I think so.
That's right. Because we would have counted if it went in.
Yep. And I would assume that St. Barnabas is saying, no, don't add another miss to our tally. But even though it wasn't maybe an intended shot, yeah.
Oh, nice ball fake.
How about that? And the runner just a tad too strong. Defensive rebound, St. Barnabas. And a foul. A lot more fouls to start this game than our one previously. Those where Christ the King was crowned state champions. Referees there let them play. Now they're playing a little bit more tight. Here's Ripperger. Amaya, the 8th grader, with a pair. Her father, the assistant coach, Joe Ripperger.
How nice that these coaches have given us how to pronounce these names and a little bit of stats about these kids.
It's not like you can just go online and look up all this for some 7th and 8th graders. So yeah,
they take care of you really well.
They absolutely did.
Carrie,
both missed.
Carrie Lynch, the CYO athletic director for the girls' side, has done a great job working with our team on IndianaSRN.
The left-handed shot is awry. Rebound with Kezenich.
We appreciate her and Jack Smith and Kevin. Thank you, guys. They got to balance the floor better there. There we go. Much better.
Trying to spread this defense out. We'll see if the Warriors can find an open shot. Here's the cutting look for Horton, and she backs up. No shot clock, obviously, so you can take as much time as you want to find an open look. They're doing just that.
But you're really trying to look for the inside here.
Especially with some of the size advantage that the Warriors might have. Here's a turnover. Pickpocketing, and now on the run is Cecilia Titus. She's been great so far. This one rolls out of bounds. It will be St. Barnabas basketball. A minute remaining in the opening quarter. And here's a timeout called by Jim Kezenich. We'll take one as well. IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt. Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Some championship basketball here from Roncalli High School. The American League state championship game. Some CYU hoops, CYO, Catholic Youth Organization. Here's a nice right-handed layup for St. Barnabas to come within a point. How about off the bench, Avery Wemke. The final moments of the opening quarter. Now Wemke on defense making an impact. So we get some new talent into the game. Look at this, some power on the drive, and the left hand successful for Emerson French, her second bucket.
It's nice to know that the rim is your friend today.
Trading baskets in the waning moments of this opening quarter. Ball tips out of bounds. It will be a turnover.
I think you go for one here.
Final possession likely, although this one is stolen away.
Oh.
And the foul, boy, I think St. Barnabas would rather that one not been called because Whitney Horton is making a beeline for the hoop. Now, one final chance.
The good thing is you got Keller now with two.
Lauren Keller, one of the better players and one of the best leaders on that Mount Carmel team. Here's the heave. It is no good. A great attempt from Bella Sinovic. So with that, 6 minutes gone by. It's a 9-6 advantage for Our Lady of Mount Carmel over St. Barnabas on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Early advantage, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The Raiders a 3-point lead after 6 minutes of play from Roncalli High School over St. Barnabas.
There's the 3 officials. We can't do it without the officials. If you are a young man or a young lady in high school and you want a part-time job, CYO, it might be the way you can start officiating.
These officials make decent money, too.
Well, if you like to get yelled at, it's fun. I did it for 40-plus years.
Goodness. Can you identify our referees on the floor? You know everybody.
Well, I know Brian Avery. I know Nathan Robinson, but I do not know. I know the female official, but I do not know her name. I just call her Hey You, and she always listens.
How about this defensive play to deflect the 3? Well, St. Barnabas, a winning play. They're down 3.
We appreciate their efforts today.
How about Bella Sinovic off the bench making a big impact, and so too has Avery Wemke, but she misses that one. Rebound to Adele Klein. Mount Carmel on the move.
Oh, what a move!
Nice. Oh, she misses the shot, but yeah, to your point, Cecilia Titus is making a big impact today. This ball will go the other way.
We have had a really good crowd today as well, and this one's a decent crowd for this championship game.
And they'll start to get into it as this game rages on. I mean, it's a big gym at Roncalli, so they're not going to fill it, but that's not the goal. They're getting some great support here from the community for both of these programs. Some of these girls will move on and go play some high-level basketball. Guerin Catholic, Cathedral, Chittard, Brebeuf, we can go down the list. Some of the top programs in Indianapolis, and some girls will come back and try to compete for another state title for their schools next year. And we get a travel.
Question. You put a step down, you need to put the what else down? The basketball.
That's right.
If not, it's called
a travel.
Thank you. See, you could be a basketball official.
The wise words of the former referee, Keith Myers. Off the dribble, here's Cecilia Titus, and she loses it. Oh, but how about this? Hustles back to regain and then is fouled. Titus has been everywhere with her 5 points. A big part of why Our Lady of Mount Carmel holds this lead. It's been a scoreless 90 seconds, though, into the second. Defense, and we talked about that pregame. I mean, this could be a 15-13 type of game where the defense, as we see a great defensive play there, great for both these schools. So Our Lady of Mount Carmel gets a lucky break there as a good play defensively from St. Barnabas, but stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, she saved the ball, and she was the first one to come and touch the ball. That's illegal.
Yeah, you pointed out the fantastic work of our referees today, and continuing that here. 2 minutes gone in the second.
Look at the defense here.
Go get around, yes. That's why we've been scoreless for 2 minutes now here. And that's why we get another turnover. That's not bad offense. That's just fantastic defense, and it leads to some points. Avery Wemke now with 4. And we are a penny separating these two teams. Blocked away by the center, and Stella Kezinich. She gives her team a chance to take the lead here. It's Kezinich now dribbling.
I like the patience.
Inside the post feed and a foul, so she didn't get the bucket, but just as dangerous getting to the foul stripe is Stella Kezinich, the 8th grader.
And what she did there also, Nathaniel, she kept the ball high over her head. So if you're going to foul her, you're going to foul her up top, but at least she had control of the basketball. Shooting 2 here.
From the charity stripe, the high arcing foul shot is successful. So we're tied, and now a chance to take the lead. The second from the line. Left short, and the rebound picked up by St. Barnabas. Oh, now it's poked away. Here come the Raiders, one of the fastest teams in the American League, and showing it off there is Cecilia Titus. We are halfway through our second quarter. We've been tied multiple times, but Mount Carmel has yet to trail. That could change here, though. A long 2. Bounces. Rebound offensively. Here's another chance. Avery Wemke off the bench, the 7th grader playing big minutes. Another long 2. That one bounces home, and we're tied at 11 again.
Rip and jerk.
That's her first bucket. Here's a long one. Doesn't hit the rim. Will bounce out of bounds. Full court pressure. It's player-to-player defense. We see that pretty often from this Raider team. And they force a turnover there. Timeout from Our Lady of Mount Carmel in what's been a highly contested game to this point. 2 minutes remaining in the half, and we're tied.
IndianaSRN brings you high school, college, and CYO action all year long. If you'd like more information about who we are and what we do, contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. We'd love to talk to you, as we love to put kids on the network. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
That's Keith Myers. I'm Nathaniel Finch. Our crew today, Ben Wood, our director and producer, doing all the heavy lifting. And Troy Darengowski bringing you the beautiful picture here from Roncalli High School. How about the host school here? Roncalli's been fantastic. One of a handful of host schools here in the city today. This is not the only state championship.
How about
game.
our executive director, Debbie Myers, came in today as well? Huh? Got her shopping done early, came in.
Took the company credit card, right?
I'm sure she did. Jerry Collins, our CEO, back home, making sure that everything operates as well as it should.
Another turnover. Here come the Warriors. Ball is loose and a foul. Boy, both teams suffocating defense. We've seen a lot of turnovers today, but that is not a product of bad offense, Keith. That is just even better defense, and that's what these teams are known for.
And at this stage of their career, to learn how to play this good, it is, yes.
I think you're going to get more looks from these head coaches as defenders than you will if you can go out there and score 15 points a game. Nothing can help a team quite like a great high-level defender.
You're right. .2 minutes, just shy of that, remaining here in the first half.
We're knotted up at 11. It's been tightly contested, and I'm sure that will continue. Our Lady of Mount Carmel on offense right now. It's the Raiders. Here's Cecilia Titus. She's been fantastic today to the tune of 7 points. Here's the entry feed, the right-hander. It misses. That's Klein.
That is the second time they have saved the ball down that end. That's brilliant defense there.
Shy of 90 seconds to go in the half. Little dribble drive, nice pass. And Bella Sinovic with her first bucket off the bench.
And that's the first lead that St. Barnabas has had. Runner.
Misses that. Offensive rebound and a foul. So that will send Adele Klein to the line. Known as the secret weapon in the post for this team.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she shows it off there. She is crafty. She's not as tall as some of the other counterparts at center, but
that's why she's
crafty.
The secret weapon.
Exactly.
Oh.
Underrated.
Flat-footed there. Got to get some elevation on those heels.
After Mount Carmel jumped out to an early lead, it was a 7-2 run for St. Barnabas, who now has its first lead of the game, 13-12. Klein scores her first point, splitting the pair. And now, again, hustling after loose balls. Here's the tie-up. It will be Mount Carmel basketball.
Hard to put the ball on the floor with two people defending. You got to look up, got to balance the floor. Someone has to be open.
If you have two people on you, that means that somebody out there is unguarded. Just got to find them. Easier said than done, certainly. Here's Titus. Lauren Keller comes back after a brief stint on the bench. High post work for Titus. She drives in on the left side, gets her own miss, and then it bounces off, I guess, her own foot there. Charlie Jeff, who has a bucket today, will inbound this one from the baseline. 40 seconds remaining in the half. With the 1 point lead, trying to make that a 3 point lead. Initial miss, kick out. And now, nice poke. Here comes Titus. And she lays it in, plus the foul. Retaking the lead, she can increase it from the line.
She has 9 unofficially.
Cecilia Titus. One of 5 8th graders on this team. They're all headed to Guerin Catholic next year. I think what's safe to say is a bright future for the Golden Eagles.
Coach Cardinal will like that idea.
Yes. 30 seconds remain in this opening half, and another steal. The stifling defense and a foul. Lauren Keller to the line, a chance at her first 2 points today.
The pressure they have put on and then go to the basket, attack the basket, drawing a lot of fouls early.
So Titus is already in double figures. Keller, who can put up points in a hurry herself, one of the top leaders on this team, now gets her first point.
That hit every part of the rim.
And every part of the net as well. So often today we've seen it bounce around and fall out, so good to see that one go in. And Mount Carmel with a nice little burst. They didn't like seeing St. Barnabas take the lead for the first time just a couple moments ago. 20 seconds. Another poke, but it's headed out of bounds, so it will remain Warrior basketball. It's the American League State Championship, CYO 7th and 8th grade basketball. Keeping it in bounds, tight roping that one. Here's a feed, a nice 8-footer, and it's too strong. Will remain Warrior basketball. trying to halt a mini run, 6-0, since St. Barnabas took the lead. They've got 10 seconds to work with here before we hit the halftime break. From the corner, here's a three, and that one is money. Our first triple today belongs to Amaya Ripperger and brings us within a point through 2 quarters on IndianaSRN.
Just the family you get from it, all the teammates and all the hard work you get from it.
Getting to compete, we use our talents and be able to play with other people that we don't know.
I love all the friendships that you can make at CYO camp and all the creative activities that we do.
The people, the community that you're playing for, your school, you're not just playing for a team, you're playing for a whole organization of people, so that's pretty cool, I think.
That it's very inclusive and no one's left out and you're able to have fun.
I like the 2 years when I went to the CYO music recital because I won my group. Age and me finding out that I won, I'm like, yay!
Even if we make a mistake, that we all give each other high fives and we say, it's okay, you can do it.
My faith has grown because I can play for people and I can make them happy and they can just enjoy my music that I play.
My faith has grown by knowing not to always get down on myself when I lose because there's always going to be another time. For each sport I play at CYO, we will pray before and after, and we sometimes also pray with other teams.
It gives me a chance to play for God. God's the only one who needs to listen, and your family, nobody else in the room.
St. John Bosco basically is our patron saint. His philosophy is that if a kid's doing it, we're doing it. We go into their world. One of the reasons I love it is it's all embraced in play. You know, his philosophy came down to 3. It was that you always treat a child kindly, that you always treat a child fairly, and through our actions, we model who God and Jesus were. And I think if we can do that, that's everything.
Faith is such an integral part of the experience. They know they're going to experience God and experience faith in a way that helps them come alive and helps them feel included and excited about being here.
I think the counselors approach our philosophy as everybody can be here, everybody can participate, everybody can be a champ in their own way.
There's no greater friendship than the bond that you'll make while serving others, and I think that's huge here, that we spend so much time serving the kids and really thinking about their needs.
We really consider it our ministry. It is a way of life. It is our way of impacting the world. You know, each camper, each staff member at a time, whatever goodness they receive or lessons they learn here, we're hoping that they're taking those into the world.
As we're back at halftime, as you see, Mount Carmel leads, Our Lady Mount Carmel leads 17-16. With us now is the athletic director for the girls' side of the CYO, my friend who knows how to coach softball really well, especially at Chittard High School, Carrie Lynch. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I appreciate the shout out. I'm not really sure about that, but
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Talk a little bit about the tournament. It started a few weeks ago. You had 4 big games, not only here today, but in other places in the city. Talk a little bit about how well the tournament ran.
Yeah, the tournament's been great. We have 11 tournaments from 4th grade up to cadet, which we have here today, and it's been really great to see the talent level across the board. You know, we've got a lot of teams. You know, we have a lot of schools that are playing each other actually, from the same schools that are playing each other for championships. So it's been pretty cool. And then to finish it off here today is just awesome to see the highest level from our 4th grade up to this game. To see where we're at now, and as you can see out there, the future of CYO is only going to grow from here, so we're excited.
Yeah, I told you off the air, you could tell it's a CYO event because kids are running around everywhere, and this is what you want. You want the kids to have that exposure. Talk a little bit about our relationship. This is our 3rd or 4th year. It's growing, and we had over 400 people watching the first game. That's pretty interesting for you guys, and I know those numbers are really important.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear, and you know, it's been great having you guys, Keith, and having SRN be a part of not just, you know, we've been a part of our football for a long time, and to be able to now do boys basketball, girls volleyball, and girls basketball is just really cool, because where we're at today, especially here in Indiana, girls sports is just continuing to grow. So to be able to have you guys not just broadcast the boys game, but these girls games and showcase the girls' talent has been fantastic. And you know, we love it. We love to see the numbers continue to grow. And I've heard nothing but positive reviews from coaches and parents who aren't able to be here, or they go back home and watch the game again, and it's been really neat.
Yeah, I guarantee you these girls will get popcorn and watch this game tonight. Okay, we're under 2 minutes to play. How's the softball season going to be, Coach?
It's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm very excited. You know, start tomorrow. I'm already, you know, I'm ready. It's like Christmas all over for me. It might be better than Christmas.
There you go.
But I'm excited. It'll be fun.
If you are not a fan of high school softball, it is very, very good softball in the state of Indiana.
It is. It's fantastic softball. It's fun. It's fast-paced, and you know, we've got some amazing teams in the central Indiana area. And
Carrie is a sportscaster as well. We're going to get her in the booth with us next year. Carrie, thank you so much, and we want to thank Jack and also Kevin. And the host here, Roncalli, has been fantastic for us.
They've been great. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and all you guys do for us at CYO, and hopefully partnership will last and we can continue to grow the viewership of SRN and our teams here at CYO.
I love the little boy is paying attention today.
He's having a great day.
He had a hot dog earlier.
Yeah,
the hot dog. That's what kept him busy.
Yep.
All right, we're ready for the second half. Nathaniel, I tell you what, you will not meet a nicer lady. She is top notch.
Yeah, that much is evident. Just the little bit of exposure I've had to her today. My goodness. Like you said, she's got to be a pretty good softball coach too.
I tell you what, her Trojans will be there.
Well, that sets us up for second half action. You see the girls already out there and ready despite still having a few seconds remaining on the halftime clock. Eager to get out there and compete for a state championship.
I think the officials are waiting for us to be on the air, and they don't realize that we've been on the air.
Well, stand up and shout at them. Tell them
Here
to
we go.
Keith. You hold a lot of weight around here. Holler at 'em.
I don't think so. Here we go. 12 minutes. Who's going to be it?
Our Lady of Mount Carmel with a penny lead after a half of play over St. Barnabas. And it's the Warriors who start this one, a chance to take the lead. And another nice defensive play. Lauren Keller trying to go coast to coast. She stops and lays it in. And there are our first points of half number 2.
This press has affected. Oh, what a three-point play.
Getting the steal, laying it in, taking the harm. Lauren Keller with one heck of a 10 seconds. And you were just about to say that press has been suffocating today for Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
Did she shoot that with her left hand?
Pretty impressive.
After getting hit in the head.
Can't complete the three-point play, but a 4-point swing for the Elder Keller. Now on the move, trying to find some momentum themselves, St. Barnabas. Not about a 3. That was Hannah Riley, and now we get a tie-up and another jump ball headed the other way. Full court press, player-to-player defense. Our Lady of Mount Carmel known for that all season long. And that's the same brand of basketball they're going to take to Guerin Catholic, these 5 8th graders.
Both of these teams have played this well like this all year long.
Oh, nice move. Boy, Keller is starting to heat up, although she misses the 12-foot J. It's a 10-3 run for Our Lady of Mount Carmel since St. Barnabas took their first lead about halfway through that second quarter. The Raiders making their stand defensively and turning that into offense. Here's the entry feed into the post, and just a little too strong. Stella Kezinich, a lot taller than anybody else on the floor, but too strong there, and then the foul on the other end. How about Lauren Keller with another impact play? To the line goes she.
She has put pressure on Barnabas to guard her. Got to tie those kids.
Yep. One of the top leaders on this team, according to the coaching staff. She scores pretty well. Only had 2 points in the first half, but already changing that here. And she hits both foul shots.
Her little sister also plays on this team.
Full court pressure. Here it is again. Trying to break it. And they do. It's the Warriors on the move. Trying to stop this big run from Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Nearly 2 minutes gone in half number 2. State championship basketball from Roncalli High School on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And boy, what a day it is outside. The weather couldn't be any better as we head toward the spring months. Lost an hour of sleep last night, but that's a good thing.
The time change did affect us a little bit.
Here's a shot from the wing, and that one just barely off the mark. The offensive board and the putback.
High off the backboard.
Ella Pack with her first bucket. First points this second half for the Warriors. And it halts that 11-3 run.
I like the patience. Nah, good call. Travel.
Not enough patience there. She got a little ahead of herself and turns the ball over.
You know, the pressure here, the press here can wear you out as well. You got to play this hard on offense and that tough on defense.
Are you
nice
surprised
drive.
they've been playing full court pressure the whole game?
Yeah, I am. Very much so. And maintaining it.
Here's the three from the right wing, but it's a little off. Getting the defensive rebound is Hannah Riley.
Blue was out of bounds. Yep. It's red ball.
A couple Warriors re-enter the game. Avery Wemke off the bench.
She made a difference in the first half.
She sure did. Scored a couple buckets, made some good plays on defense, and running the point. Here's another steal. Stolen away by Carly Keller. Gives it to her older sister, Lauren. And now the offense of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in full action. Missed shot, poked away. And now Stella Kezinich, the tallest lady on the floor, gets it for her squad. So Amaya Ripperger, also the other player to enter that last timeout. Missed three, but another offensive rebound. Moving the ball around, it's poked away. How about that play defensively? Because that's probably 2 points.
Yep, good.
If Carly Keller doesn't jump into the passing lane, then we're a one-possession game. Past the halfway mark of quarter number 3. Triple teamed on the inside. St. Barnabas working with the ball on offense, and what's likely going to be, no, they'll let him play. Here's a nice move, an foot shot, missed, but the putback is in. Amaya Ripperger with her second made shot today, and it's a 3-point contest.
I have her unofficially for 7, is that correct?
5 points for Ripperger.
Okay. That's right, I gave her the wrong 2 points earlier in the first half.
Couple new Raiders enter the game as Emerson French returns. Boy, did she have a good first half as well. Adele Klein into the game as well. Here's French, and she's quickly trying to make her mark. She comes off and wastes no time getting a shot up. Here's a foul. Having to work hard for that one was Charlie Jaff. A chance to try to tie it here if they want. Once the clock starts, right now it's currently halted on the big board. Turnover will give Our Lady of Mount Carmel the ball. Not that it matters at this point, but there's about 10 seconds of basketball without the clock moving. That's something you pay more attention to in the fourth. But worth noting. So Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the Raiders on offense. This is Cecilia Titus, who's been fantastic. Gives it up to Lauren Keller, also been a great difference maker. Here's a triple, bounces, hits both end of the iron and misses. Carly Keller off the pass from her sister, can't get it to go, but a nice jump ball. And boy, we've seen that both of these games. Christ the King beating Immaculate Heart of Mary earlier for a state championship, and then this one in the American League. A lot of tie-ups, a lot of jump balls, just a lot of hustle plays as we get a timeout. We'll take one as well from Roncalli High School.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
CYO 7th and 8th grade basketball state championship. In the American League, we crowned our National League champion, that's Christ the King, about an hour ago, and now we give a chance for either Our Lady of Mount Carmel or St. Barnabas to walk away with a big trophy and finish off what many of these players will be their last game in CYO basketball. These 8th graders will graduate and move on to play high-level high school basketball next year. Still plenty of time remaining in this one, a tightly contested basketball game. Defense has been the mark for both of these squads. Just over 60 seconds remaining in our third of fourth quarters. 75% of the way there nearly. Miscommunication, doesn't matter, they solve it.
Get out of my way, it's my turn.
And now we get a timeout after he saw some dysfunction on the floor. Jim Kezenich has them blow the whistle. And it feels like this game has been controlled by Our Lady of Mount Carmel, but, I mean, you look at the scoreboard, it's just a one-possession game, 45 seconds to go in the third. It's been impressive to see the resolve from the Warriors to stay in it despite this suffocating press. And the question is, are we going to see the Raiders start to tire out a little bit? They've been running a full-court press off or defense this entire game, and eventually it's going to catch up to you.
It's going to get your legs are. I mean, your legs are going to feel it, that's for sure. But, I mean, they are 12 and 13 years old. I think they can handle it a lot better than we probably could. I'd like to remind you.
Is that your 45th birthday coming up on Friday? Or the 20th anniversary?
Actually, my 65th birthday was this Friday. I'm looking forward to year 65.
So 2 days ago, that was your birthday?
Yes, sir.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. I got my present. I'm working a game today.
Yeah, and we get gifted 2 great games today. As we get a triple buried from the corner by Amaya Ripperger, her 8th point. On the move after tying the game
This is tied.
up. Yes, we are tied. A 7-0 run for St. Barnabas. Trying to break that on the inside. Now outside, it's a 3. What is going on? Lauren Keller buries one from deep. She hits double figures with 11. 2 seconds remaining. That's how we will end the third quarter.
Wow.
High-level basketball from Roncalli High School. You don't want to miss the final 6 minutes. It's IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
6 minutes left.
3 exciting quarters of basketball from Roncalli, and to your point, we've got the final moments ahead of us. What should be a tightly contested, fantastic fourth quarter of CYO American League State Championships. We've got 7th and 8th graders on the floor. And this has been a lot of high level, a lot of fun, fast-paced basketball.
Thanks to Jason Sims, the head basketball coach, girls basketball coach at Roncalli. Also David Lauke, the athletic director at Roncalli, and the administration of Roncalli, allowing us to do this tonight, and also the great support from the CYO office as well.
Yeah, they've been great hosts, to say the least. As now Mount Carmel with the lead. They just took it. They can extend it here, and it's a miss. Out of bounds, but saved. Picked up and out of bounds. This is a tough call. They will award it to Mount Carmel. And yeah, that was a tough one to see. There was a lot going on there.
The team in the red is cheering against that. The cheering in the blue is cheering for it.
Red St. Barnabas, blue Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And it's the Raiders on offense with a beautiful one-hander. Emerson French hasn't scored since the first quarter, and she changes that. 6 points.
I'll tell you what, this 5-point lead is not very secure.
And we talked about it earlier, the suffocating defense of Mount Carmel. It's felt like the Raiders have really controlled the majority of this game. But St. Barnabas is just not giving up. They're taking the blows. They're getting back up. They're handing out a few of their own. It's been fun to watch. This is high-level basketball. These do not look like 7th and 8th graders. This looks like some high school basketball.
Yep.
And a lot of these names you will hear playing for some big-time programs in the coming years.
By the way, whoever gave us the cupcakes, thank you. They were delicious.
They were amazing. Getting a little lucky there. Here's St. Barnabas with a high arcing 3. Missed. It is saved. It is loose. It is Mount Carmel. Off and running on the fast break. Emerson French can dribble with the best of them, and she lays it in with her left hand. Coast to coast, picks up the steal and lays it in. It's a 7-point lead and another turnover. The Raiders suffocating on defense, and their offense has picked up to go with it. Here's a foul. Gonna go against Mount Carmel. They own all 4 of these fourth quarter points. But to your point, it still doesn't feel safe because St. Barnabas has just continued to bounce back. It's the American League Championship, so a 9-team tournament got us here. It's 3 games per team to get us here to the state championship game. The National League, Christ the King crowned champions earlier this afternoon.
They have a few more teams on that bracket. So they played 5 games.
Oh.
Man, a big sigh for the center, Stella Kezinich, who thought she had that one. It sure looked like it, and then it bounced out. Trying to dig into the 7-point deficit. 90 seconds gone in the fourth, and she swishes her second. Here's a nice fake, and it bounces home. Adele Klein with her first bucket today. Navigating traffic. Here's the pass. It's the big from 15 feet, and it bounces out of bounds. Mount Carmel will have possession.
Now they're picking up man-to-man.
And we see a timeout from Jim Kezinich of St. Barnabas. Will step aside as well from Roncalli High School.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Just over 4 minutes away from crowning another state champion in CYO girls basketball. Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the narrow advantage over St. Barnabas in the American League state championship game. Mount Carmel, who's played fantastic defense. Their offense has gone with it, and we see them on offense here. It's a foul. So it's the first time we've seen St. Barnabas kind of pick up this full court pressure look, and it cost them here. Out of the timeout. Not sure if Jim Kezinich is too happy with that.
You got to let her go. If she's going to beat you to the basket, you got to let her go. Oh,
it
there
works.
we go.
How about that? Works to the advantage. Go up strong, young ma'am, and she misses it. French has it and tries to go coast to coast. She does that so often, and she gets hurt on her way up, so to the line for 2. Emerson French, the quote from the coaches of Mount Carmel, unstoppable when driving. Well, I think that is absolutely accurate from everything we've seen.
Been very effective today.
And she can hit double figures if she buries a couple of these. First one, swish. Not only double figures for her if she makes this, but then the lead at 10 points as well. It's a 10-2 run. And it does everything but find the bottom of the net.
Send your hate mail to Nathaniel Finch.
That one is on me. 4 minutes remaining in this state championship game on a beautiful Sunday afternoon on the south side of Indianapolis. There's a long 2, missed, but the offensive rebound and a nice turnaround, but just short. Bella Sinovic off the bench.
They have missed a lot of bunnies.
Yep. From the corner, it's a triple, but it's a miss. Time for St. Barnabas to turn things up. They'll go off and running with Ella Pack. Picks up the dribble. Ooh, thought about a 3. Here's Horton. She'll drive in. Back to Pack. Nearly halfway, and she passes it out of bounds. I think she thought she caught some contact there.
I think she thought their teammate was going to break for the basket, and she did not.
Mount Carmel up by 9, off and running. Here's a fast break, and it bounces off, but the offensive board, another miss. Ball's loose and a foul. A little too much contact there from Sinovic. That's her third. 7th grader, a lot of promise.
Got to keep her in the game, though.
That's the thing about St. Barnabas, too, Coach,
Young.
is that they're all young. I mean, they only have 3 8th graders on this squad. And only 2 of them start, so plenty of young talent. A lot of 7th graders on this Warrior team. So regardless of how today pans out, they got to love there as we get a travel here. They got to love the outlook for next year.
Now you're running out of possessions now.
Got to take advantage when you get the ball here, especially on those turnovers. Time to run if you are a Warrior fan. Cross key pass from the corner. Thought about a 3. Instead, the runner's left short. Bounces around, and that is a Lauren Keller rebound. Time to slow things down if you are a Raider. Here's a 3 straight away, and it bounces home off the rim. Cecilia Titus has done absolutely everything today with 13 points.
Now you're feeling pretty good, up by 12.
It was a 12-2 run, so after we had it tied up, it has been all Mount Carmel. Inside move, left that one short. Again, a defensive rebound. Titus off and running. She can do it herself. The Euro step. Oh, it rolls out. Great rebound from Kezinich. St. Barnabas wants to capitalize. Here's 1-2 dribbles and a shot, and that one is pure. Ella Pack, her second bucket. Back to a 10-point advantage for Mount Carmel.
Very entertaining games today.
Yes.
This game has changed over the years. I mean, we have some really talented athletes on these floors.
Get a timeout called. We'll step aside as well. IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
"93 seconds away from crowning another state champion." Boy, what a day in CYO girls basketball we have had today. The American League final in front of us, and Our Lady of Mount Carmel with one heck of a run, 13-1, to jump out to this double-figure lead in the final moments, trying to claim a state championship.
Coach has called all 5 timeouts. He has none left. And now they will hold the basketball.
Just dribble and run around pass, dribble, run around pass. No need to take a single shot if they don't want to.
Yeah, I really think they have enough points to win this thing right now, Nathaniel.
65 seconds remain. Still dribbling. This is certainly an acquired talent, running the clock out in games. This is not something everybody knows how to do. So it's impressive to see how well they've done
There's
this.
high school kids that don't know how to do this.
Eventually you wonder if St. Barnabas will foul, and there it is. The intentional foul from Ella Pack. Still one more to give. Or no, they do say that's the fifth, so to the line.
So now desperation time for the Warriors. You hope Our Lady of Mount Carmel misses these. You can go down and quickly score, ideally a 3, if not just a quick 2. And you rinse and repeat for 44 seconds until you hope you can get a close one at the end. And the way that Our Lady of Mount Carmel seals this, you just hit your free throws. And boy, Cecilia Titus doing that.
She has 14.
And 10 of those came in the first half. She has been fantastic for the Raiders. Trying to earn her school a state title. And she hits them both. Needing to score quickly. Tight back and forth. Only 3 points separated the teams at halftime. Here's a big 2. That's a little short. So we went back and forth. We had a great game. But how about Our Lady of Mount Carmel turning suffocating defense into a potent offense, going on a big run the end of the third, beginning and now toward the end of the fourth quarter. They have been fantastic, well coached, very fast, probably the fastest team in the league. And this full court pressure, I mean, it was the key today. And it's not surprising because 4 of their 5 starters have been playing together since AAU in 3rd grade. That's 10 years together. So it certainly the chemistry is there.
And if you're an 8th grader, you're going to be playing with them when you're a freshman.
Because all of these 8th graders are headed to Guerin next year. As Jim Kesenich empties his bench, gets some players into the game that haven't seen action yet. Splitting the pair from the line. The final 20 seconds, trying to get the quick layup, and she can't. So now running it out. Likely to run the rest of the timeout. The referee's letting him go. And a state championship for Our Lady of Mount Carmel. The Raiders are victorious. All smiles in blue as they celebrate and bring a trophy to school tomorrow. What a day of CYO basketball, Keith. A lot of fun as Our Lady of Mount Carmel earns the 39-26 win. Before that, Christ the King with a double-figure win. And, of course, we've had championship basketball around the city today in CYO Hoops. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks to Ben, thanks to Troy, and thank you for listening to this. And if you need more information about IndianaSRN, contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. And there's your final. Goodbye, everybody.